What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargame Studio. We're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, tell us what we're doing today.
Michael just finished painting a ton of Bloodknights, so I'm going to be running Castelli. I've been excited to run Castelli because the points values came down for the Bloodknights, so you can fit a little bit more into the list. My list is wacky and wild, so I'm excited for you guys to see it. And Michael finally gets to field some of his new Skaven models as well, so it's going to be a seriously fun matchup. I'm
excited for it, and we hope that you're excited for it too. Guys, if you are new to the channel, thanks for joining us today. It's going to be a great matchup. Like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. We're trying to hit that 10,000 subscribers, and we're so close, so we appreciate all of your support in hitting that goal.
Absolutely, and huge shout out to Gray Matter Gaming for sponsoring this series of videos. He supplies all the beautiful battle mats and objective markers that we use, and he has a super good deal right now. If you use our promo code in the description box below, you're gonna get twice the discount that you normally do, so go ahead and check that out.
All right, guys, with all of that being said, let's take a look at the lists we're bringing today.
Thank you to all of our members for supporting this channel, especially the Lords and Commanders. If you're interested in extra battle reports and helping to support this channel, hit the link in the description box below. Go check out our channel partners, Baron of Dice and Gray Matter Games. They have some amazing products. There will be promo codes and links in the description box below. All right, we are going to be running a hot and fresh new Soulblight Gravelords list. They're going to be Castelli Dynasty, which means that my Bloodknights are going to be battle line, and they get special abilities when they kill units throughout the course of the battle. Super fun. My general is the Vampire Lord. He has Hoarfrost. He has Swift and Deadly, so everybody can reroll charges if they're wholly within 12 of him, and he has a red casket, so he's +3 to run and charge. Prince Vordry's in the list. He's a beat stick. He has a cool spell that's for himself to give him strike first. He's going to know a Vile Transference for his other spell, and then he could also hand out the buff that Bloodknights get to multiple units, which is super helpful. We've got the Suffocating Gravetide in the list. This is a movement blocking endless spell, and it also does some mortal wounds. It's okay for clearing hordes, and it's really cheap. We've got some Verkos Bloodborne in the list. They're not going to benefit from my sub-faction, but they do have a pregame move. They can move across terrain like they can fly. They have the Hunger, and they have 9 2-damage attacks. Then we have the Kasargi Night Guard. They are also Verkos, so they're not going to benefit from Castelli, but this is 8 wounds on a 4-up save with a 5-up ward, and they have some okay melee attacks as well. The bulk of the list is Bloodknights. We have a 10-man unit of Bloodknights, and then we have 2 5-man units of Bloodknights. These guys have the Hunger. They do charge damage and damage when they move over you, and a ton of attacks. Then we've got a unit of Black Knights in the list. These guys do charge damage. They work as a nice little screen, and they're summonable, so I can bring them back if they die. And then to round out my list, I have 2 more summonable units, these Fellbats. They move extremely fast. They have flat 2 damage attacks with no rend, and they hilariously have the Hunger as well. There you have it, Castelli Dynasty. Let's see what Michael brought.
The Skaven have scurried their way back onto the battlefield. We're excited to have these guys back out. They're super fun army. We're only taking 2 battalions today. We're taking a Battle Reg to reduce our drops, and we're taking an Acolytes battalion so we get more primal dice. We have a bunch of little foot heroes. First up, we have the Warlock Engineer. This guy is going to be hanging out with the artillery pieces, making them a little bit more reliable. And then his spell is going to be Merciless Blizzard for that backup panic button. Our general today is going to be the Gracier. This is a good little wizard. He's a 2-cast wizard, and he's going to be the Shaman of the Chill Land, so he knows all of the lore from the new GHB. Lastly, we have the Master Molder. This guy's going to be hanging out with the Rat Ogres, and then he's going to be cracking his whip and giving them some extra charge distance. Thankwill is here. I love this guy. He's a 2-cast wizard, and he gets bonuses to cast as well. And then he's going to be taking Warpfire Brazier so that he's a melee monster. Super excited about this dude. Making his debut onto the list, we have the Verminlord Deceiver. His spell is going to be the Flaming Weapon. He's going to take my artifact to power, the Shadow Magnet Trinket, so that's a once per battle fight first, which is going to be pretty helpful. You know I got to bring the Warp Lightning Vortex. This is just a big old bomb. We're going to cast it out. It's going to do just a ton of mortals to anything around those nodes. We have a double reinforced unit of Rat Ogres, so that's 6 Rat Ogres. They have exploding attacks on 6s, and they just do a ton of attacks. They're awesome little unit. We have 2 units of 20 clan rats. They're going to be hanging out, trying to keep my general alive, screening the rest of my army, maybe standing on objectives and winning the game. We have 2 warp lightning cannons in the list. These guys are going to be hanging out and slinging mortals across the battlefield, and we're going to turn it all the way up to 11 and see how much damage we can do. That is the list. Let's take a look at the mission we're playing today.
All right, very excited for Castellai versus Skaven. We're going to be playing Power Flux. This is a 4-objective battle. There are A objectives and B objectives. The person going second gets to pick which objectives are active. If you have an Andorian Acolyte on an objective, you're going to score an extra point. If you kill a wizard in each battle round, then you'll get an extra point for that. And then we're going to hold 1 and 2, depending on how many activated objectives we control. And then battle tactics and grand strategies. My grand strategy is spellcasting savant. I've got to keep my little vampire lord alive. And Michael, what's your grand strategy?
Spellcasting savant. I have to keep the Gravelords alive.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. Today's amazing video sponsor is Grey Matter Gaming. Grey Matter offers one-of-a-kind premium battle mats and tabletop accessories. The battle mats come in a lightweight canvas bag with a carrying handle, and they have a special rolling core, so they're always going to show up wrinkle-free. These battle mats are beautifully detailed, high-resolution images that will complement your wargaming experience. Grey Matter also offers unique spell and effect markers. You can choose from the 2 core sets, or you can pick one of the 4 sets that are geared toward each Grand Alliance. You can use these spell and effect markers as is, or you can paint them for added customization. You'll never have to worry about forgetting buffs or abilities again, and you'll have a cool product that you can show off to your gaming group. So go ahead and hit the link in the video description box below, and don't forget to use our promo code BATTLESHOCK for deep discounts on anything site-wide. Once again, thank you so much to Grey Matter Gaming for sponsoring this video.
All right, guys, we are here. We are about to get into it. But before we do, we had a couple of pre-battle abilities that we had to resolve. So the Deceiver gets to pick a target that he's going to assassinate, and it's going to be the big vampire zombie dragon guy. That's going to be great. So that just gives him +1 to hit and wound against the zombie dragon.
He's doomed. That's cool. I had a pre-game move with my Virkos Bloodborne, so they're right here. They moved out of the cover, and they're standing on that objective. Michael did activate these 2 this turn, so I don't really need to be holding these right now, but I want to just kind of set up, and that's the direction that they're going to be going in. I have grave sites here and here in my territory, and then there and there in Michael's territory. So I was less drops than Michael. Because he has those warp lightning cannons in a position where they can hit some things that I don't want him to hit in the first turn, I'm going to take the first turn so I can reposition a little bit and kind of start to control some objectives, get a little closer. So my battle tactic this turn is going to be to cast a spell. Prince Vordry is out of range, so he's going to cast a spell. And we're just going to go ahead and cast a Mystic Shield. Now let's cast a Suffocating Gravetide, actually. I'd like to get that out this turn. All right, Suffocating Gravetide. That goes off. All right, the Suffocating Gravetide has come out. It is right here. I don't think I have any other casting to do. I'm not going to try to cast here because I don't want to fail my battle tactic. So we're going to go ahead and move the Gravetide now. All right, we're finished moving the Gravetide. I did roll over the top of the Death Riders, or the Black Knights, because I don't care about them, man. I'm a callous overlord.
Clearly.
So let's see if they take any mortals. They don't. They're fine.
I was all concerned for them.
It's going to round out my hero phase, so we'll go ahead and do a quick movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did. All right, we're back from my turn. Pretty quick movement phase. I brought in both units of the Fellbats on flanks. I moved up some Bloodknights and Kasargi guards, so we're pushing a little bit closer. I'm fortifying my home objective and making sure that my general is invisible to missile weapons. And then I moved the Kasargi Knight Guard here, or the Virkos Bloodborne here. And Vordry and this 5-man unit of Bloodknights are just kind of going on their own little adventure. So that's my whole movement phase. I didn't have any charges, so we didn't break out the action cam.
Thankful is going to try and get rid of the Suffocating Gravetide. It's gone.
Okay.
We're going to do, what, Magical Dominance, and we're going to get a spell off without it being unbound for our battle tactic.
Yep.
Gracier, he's standing on Mystical, so his first cast, let's do a Horror Frost. Nope, doesn't go off. Don't care. Skitter Leap from him.
7.
6, 7. Yeah. So when he Skitter Leaps, he's going to pick up this hero. Boop. And he's going to send him over. Hup. Bring out the Vortex of Doom.
Okie doke.
Casting value 8.
Okay.
All right, we did it.
Bold move. He is just outside of 30, so I can't unbind that.
The Vortex is out. Man, it's hard to place that stupid thing. But we got it out. We're going to do some splash damage over here. It's definitely going to try and zap that one guy. The Deceiver is going to do Dreaded Skitter Leap.
Okay.
Actually, before he does that, he's going to do Flaming Weapon. Goes off.
Okay.
So his Stiletto gets +1 damage.
All right, so you got Flaming Weapon off on the Verminlord. Any other casting to do?
No, there's nowhere good to Skitter Leap to. And at least if he stays back there, I will stay alive. So doing anything else with him just trades him poorly. We do get to hit stuff with this, the Warp Lightning Vortex, though. You ready for that?
Yep.
So we'll start with these Bloodknights on a 3-up. Sure. On a 3-up here. Yep, they take D3 for 1. Excellent.
6. Nope.
And then on the guys standing inside the pylons, yes, for 1 mortal wound.
They've got a 5-up ward. They take 1.
Excellent. Very damaging.
Very damaging.
Just really smacking them. Cool. You ready to move?
I think it's time for movement.
Let's do it. All right, guys, movement phase is complete. The Verminlord Deceiver decided to stay pretty much where he is, and we're just going to hold him for later in the game. Thankwill, the Greyseer, and the Master Molder all move forward. We crack the whip on the Rat Ogres, but we're not really going to use that ability this turn. We took the 20-man unit of Clan Rats, and we're just going to go over here. We just want to tie up those bats so they can't shoot my cannons later, or keep my cannons shooting into them later, rather. Our cannons are lined up right here. We're going to try and take out some Bloodknights. We teleported back to safety with the Warlock Engineer. And these Clan Rats have teleported out of their knothole. So they're over here threatening for maybe a surround and destroy later. We got to get out of our little knotholes and start chewing on some stuff. So we're going to do some shoosting, but first, let's see if this Warp Lightning Vortex can do any better. Okay, 2-up on the Kasargi Night Guard. Into the box. Yes. For a Mighty 1 Mortal.
Okay, they take it.
Okay. 4-up on the Fellbats. Yes. For a Mighty Mortal.
They're good.
Okay, and then on the Bloodknights, no. So we're going to fire up these Rat Ogres. We're going to all-out attack with them. We're going to target the Fellbats. They have D3 shots apiece.
A mighty 6.
And then these are going to hit on 3s. Wound on 3s. So 3 wounds at rend 1. Damage 2, so 6 damage.
That's with the Warpstone Spark.
Nope, that's just the regular old gun.
Okay. They're going to take 6.
All right, so we're going to fire up the Warp Lightning Cannons, but before I do, I have to say that I'm going to overcharge them.
Okay.
Definitely going to overcharge them. So I get to roll 12 dice, and now I get to roll the power meter. Ready? Okay, so we're going to do mortals on 5s and 6s.
Okay. Okay, this is going to be a 6-up ward. I'll take 4. So 1 goes down and 1 takes a wound.
And then I'll take D3 mortals for a mighty 3. So my second guy is not going to overpower his engine because we're just going to be targeting the Fellbat.
Okay.
But we do have to set the meter. 4.
Okay.
So we got 6 shots now into the Fellbat. So I take D3.
No, you didn't overpower. You're good. Okay. He takes 2 exactly and is dead.
Sweet. Well, no charges. Let's just score it up.
All right, let's do it.
Well, we did it. We scored 4 points. We hold and activated, and we have a wizard on it, so that is 4 points. I would have preferred to do a little bit more damage over here with the Vortex and the casting and the cannons, but we did delete 1 unit, which was going to be really annoying because it was going to just tag my shooty units. And we have a screen sitting in front of the Bloodknights, so that's helpful. And we're set up pretty well for later in the game. And so now we're getting the roll off for Battle Round 2.
Battle Round 2! Good luck to you, good sir.
Good luck to you.
Okie dokie, I'm going to have a think, and we will be right back for Battle Round 2, Mystery Army. All right, everybody, we are back for Battle Round 2. I decided to give Michael the double, so he's going to go ahead and get into it. I have 3 command points and 2 primal dice.
I have a mighty 3 primal dice and 2 command points. For heroic actions, I tried to get a command point with the Grey Seer and failed.
I got an extra command point on my general, and then I did Andorian Focus to get an extra cast and bind dispel.
So for battle tactic this turn, it's going to have to be surround and destroy, so we'll use the Deceiver. He's still out of unbind range, so as long as we don't jack it up, we should be fine.
Yeah, as long as you don't miscast.
So we have this unit here that can run across the board. We have the Grey Seer who can just step backwards, and then that Knucklehead over there.
Before you cast any spells, I'm going to try to get rid of the Warp Lightning Vortex with my general.
Looking for a 9.
Cast on an 8.
Cast on an 8.
Okay. Gonzo.
Gonzo. Flaming Weapon on the Deceiver. Goes off. And then let's go ahead and do Dreaded Skitter Leap. Hup. Cool.
It goes off.
We've Dreaded Skitter Leaped our Verminlord, and we've essentially just decided to, throw him away. But that's what we're doing now.
Throw him into the thick.
Can you hand me the Flaming Weapon icon? Thankful. Let's go ahead and cast Dreaded Death, or Death Frenzy. 7, 8, 9. So let's go with a 14.
I'm going to let you have that one.
Letting me have it. So Death Frenzy is going to make the Rat Ogres fight on death. Thankful is going to do a Mystic Shield. 9, 10, 11. 12.
Yeah, I'll allow the Mystic Shield.
Mystic Shield goes off. And then we'll end with the Grey Seer going for a Hoarfrost. 7, 8, last one, 12.
Okay, I'll try to unbind that one with my Vampire Lord. Nope, roll the 12, so you get it.
Their weapons. Oh, we wanted Brand. Okay, so they're gonna hit. We're gonna Hoarfrost and we're gonna hit on ones. We're gonna move.
I'm ready. Let's
Do
go.
it. All right, guys, movement phase is complete. The Grave Seer is hanging out back here, just getting my surround and destroy. Warp Lightning Cannons have moved up. Rat Ogres are about to full send it. We did crack the whip, so they're getting plus 3 inches to their charge movements. These Clan Rats have moved up and scared these Bloodknights away, who rolled a 3-inch redeploy. Thankwell's decided to get into the fray as well, so he's just hanging out on that point, maybe going to try a 9-inch charge. These Clan Rats auto-ran over the line, so we're down to 1 command point. And then our Verminlord Deceiver is hanging out in the back, eyeing this big block of Bloodknights. That's it. Let's shoot some stuff. All right, Dave, this is the part in the game where we might start blowing up our own cannons.
It's my favorite part of playing against Clan Skryre. If you can't get to the cannons, just let them do the job on their own.
Okay, so we're going to open up with the Wounded Cannon first, and we're going to fire into the Bloodknight squad. Let's set the power meter. 3? It's good.
3's good.
3's good. Let's keep an eye out for these ones, make sure we do this properly. So we've got 12 dice here. So we'll take 2d3, 3d3 mortals. Ooh, that's a dangerous amount of mortals. And you'll take 8 mortal wounds.
Okay. 6s. And then re-rolling 1s because of my banner. Okay. So 2 Blood Knights are going to go down. Okay, 3d3 mortal wounds on the cannon.
Let's see if it blows up. So that's 5, 6 is dead. Good.
Boosh!
Trick.
Blaze of glory!
All right, let's do it again. Same unit. Let's set that power meter. 4, 4's still fine. Let's look out for those ones. 2 ones. 8 mortal wounds.
Okay, that is another 2 Bloodknights and a wound on another.
Cool. Let's go ahead and take 2d3 mortal wounds for 5. 5 mortal wounds. All right, we'll get to do that one more time, everybody. Vermin Lord Deceiver is going to fire up the Doomstar. Let's see how many shots he got. 3 shots with the Doomstar.
What's the attack profile?
These are 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. You want all out defense?
No.
3s. 3s. So 2 at rend 1.
Yeah, let's go 4s. Okay, fail 1.
It's 2 damage.
Then 6s. Okay, take another dam.
Cool. All right, since we're looking at our boy, let's charge. 4. We'll spend our command point to reroll.
Okay.
4.
He is just looking pretty.
A 6-inch rerolling charge is great. It's really good. All right, we're charging here. Okay, we'll go 15 inches.
Okay, 15 inches is good.
It's a rat death bomb.
Death bomb.
Kill me.
Yeah, it would have been nice to strike first and then fight with the rat ogres. Like, that could have been a spicy meatball.
Yeah. Let's roll a 9-inch charge. We're thankful. Nope. Another 4. That's the third one. Clan rats, charging in.
Oh boy.
Why?
4 again.
I guess we'll do our 1 activation.
Let's do it.
So we're going to activate. We have to split all of our attacks, which is fine. So we'll start with these 2 guys. They're going into this unit of 6 Bloodknights in the back. Do you have any all-out defenses you want to do?
Yeah, I'll all-out defense the 6-man.
The 6-man?
Yep,
Okay.
bring me down to 2 command points because I used my conditional for that redeploy.
So we have 8 attacks here. These are going to be 2s and 2s, exploding 6s. Nice amount of 1s. So take 6 at -1.
3s. Okay, fail 3.
They're 2 damage each.
Okay, and then 6s. Okay, 2 more Bloodknights.
Okay, this is the 3-man here. They're going into the Black Knights.
Okay.
Same profile. So that's 9 and -1.
6s. 2 damage apiece, so we take 12 damage, and then we're looking for 6s, rerolling once.
It's a lot of 1s to reroll.
Uh, 8 damage.
Almost got him.
So all but the leader.
And then the final bloke, they'll hit. They'll wound. This is into the 4-man Death Knight squad.
4s. Okay, we take a wound, then 6s, 2 damage. So that's gonna kill the Bannerman. I had to pull my leader because I don't want dead rats piling into me, so this is just gonna be 2 attacks with the Barrel Lance, 4s and 3s. 1 wound, no rend.
A mighty 3-up. I saved it.
4s and 4. Nothing.
Cool.
All right, the 4-knight squad is going to fight first. We're going to have 13 attacks with the regular attacks. Five Rend 2 saves.
Okay, fail 4 of them.
Okay. Okay, we're going to do 12 hooves, 4s and 4s. 3 no Rend saves.
3s. I saved 1, I failed 2, so 1 guy dies.
Okay.
All right, we're looking at the 1 guy who died. He's going to activate right now. 1 explosion, so 4 hits. 4 wounds at -1.
I fail 3, so it's going to be 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 more go down. Last Blood Knight's going to fight. This is 3s and 3s. And then the mount, 4s and 4s. Make a save.
Hup. Saved it.
I think that is the entire activation.
That's it.
Cool. Let's go score Michael up.
Let's do it. All right, guys, that was a pretty productive turn, even with dismal charge rolls. We hold both activated objectives.
Yep.
And we still have an acolyte on my home objective. So we got 5 points when we completed our battle tactic of surround and destroy.
Yes.
Kind of bummed because had my deceiver got in, I feel like I maybe could have lifted the whole Bloodknight squad, which would have been big. But we did a ton of damage, so I'm really pleased with how those rat ogres did.
They did amazing.
Yeah.
They did really, really good. So I have 2 command points and no primal dice.
And I have a mighty 1 command point and 1 primal. I did get an extra command point with my deceiver since he's hanging out back here.
Yep, absolutely. My battle tactic this turn is going to be bait and trap. So we're going to retreat 2 units, and then we're going to charge with 2 different units. Oh, I do have a Deathly Invocation here. So D3 plus 1 because I'm wholly within 12. So we'll bring back 2 of these bad mamma jammas right here. This is a 2 caster right here, so we're going to try to bring out the Suffocating Gravetide. That fails on a 4. Let's put a Mystic Shield on this 4-man unit of Bloodknights. That is an 8. I'm going to leave it at an 8.
I think we'll try to unbind. He's at a +4.
Okay.
Unbound.
And then the last one we're going to try to do right here is we're going to do, let's just do an Arcane Bolt.
Sure.
4, I have no primal dice, so it doesn't go off. That is the end of my hero phase. Let's go ahead and move. All right, we are finished with my movement phase. These fell bats move forward. The Verkos Bloodborne move forward, and Michael threw a 6-inch redeploy with his Master Molder. I redeployed with this Blood Knight right here. He didn't want any of that. And then reinforcements over here are coming in. The Blood Knights, the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. My general moved backward, and he is hanging out right there. I moved these 4 Blood Knights out of combat. And then we're keeping the Rat Ogres pinned with my Black Knights. Then over here, got some Kosargi Night Guard. They are going to maybe charge in some Clan Rats to bog them down a little bit. Bloodborne are going to try to charge. 9's good, they'll go in. Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon is going to mount a charge. 7 should be good. Blood Knights looking for a charge. 9's good. The Night Guard are going in. 8's good. All right, Prince Vordry is going to do a monstrous action. He's just looking for a roar. Roar's good. Prince Vordry is going to fight with his Blood Lance first. He is going to pop an all-out attack, bring me down to 1 command point. 5 attacks, 2s and 3s. Let's see what he gets. Okay, everything hits, and then 3s. Okay, make 2 saves, -3.
Success. Save 1, failed 1.
Okay, that's a mighty 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and now we are going to do Snapping Maw. This is 3s and 3s. Okay, and 3s. Another one at -3.
Failed it.
Okay, that'll be 3 more damage.
So 1 guy dies.
Sword-like Claws. 7 attacks, 3s and 3s. Three saves, -1.
4s. Failed 1.
2 more damage.
My 1 dead guy is going to activate against Prince Vordry. Hit on 2. Or hit on, yep, still hit on 2s. He's going to wound on 3s though, because I didn't charge. So 1 at -1.
We're good.
Good to go.
Rat Ogres getting ready to clap back.
They have to clap back into the Black Knights. They were too far away to swing on this guy.
Okie doke.
We have 3 guys in range. Still hitting on 2s with exploding 6s. Explosions, but we wound on 3s because we did not make a charge. 8 at -1.
6s. Rerolling that 1. Oh yeah, I take 6 damage, just enough to kill the unit. All right, so we're going to fight with the Verkos Bloodborne. This is going to be 9 attacks, 3s and 3s. Okay, 5 rend 1s.
6s. Failed them all.
10 damage.
Rusty Spears. Oh, 2 hits. Take a wound, sir.
5 up. 5 up. Okay, go ahead and put a wound on that guy. This unit has a mighty 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. 3 hit. 3 wound, -1.
Success. Saved 1.
That'll be another 4 damage. 10 attacks, 3s and 3s. Take 6 at rend 2.
So we're looking at 5s. Oh, I saved 1.
Okay.
Another bloke goes down.
Yep, and 1 takes a wound. Hey, 4s and 4s on the hooves. 1 wound.
Hoop. Failed it.
All right.
So this guy will go ahead and fight.
Okay. I am going to heal from the hunger first,
Nice.
since that happens first.
Let's see. 3 hit, 1 explosion. 3 wounds at -1.
4s. I fail 1, and then 6s. Okay, he takes 2.
I have some morales to do real quick.
Okay.
So we're going to auto pass here with the Deceiver's command point. I checked. He is a totem, so we can do that. Yay! And then these clan rats, 14 guys. They're brave 4.
Brave
so
4. He
9
moves
run.
11.
Hit. We'll just take them all out.
Okay,
All right, let's score it.
let's do it. All right, we're back from my turn. A mighty 4 points. Couldn't get the 5. I was pressuring your objective. I wanted to kill that Master Molder, but you rolled a 6-inch redeploy, so they just went into the Clan Rats instead. Still nice to get rid of that unit. The Rat Ogres are doing a really good job of putting a lot of pressure over here. So yes, that was a 4-point turn. So the score is 8-9. Right now it's Skaven, and we're going to get into the roll-off for battle round 3. Good luck to you. Good stuff.
Good luck to you.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie artichoke. I have to have a think, guys. Let me have a think. I'll take the turn if I can complete an easy battle tactic. If not, I'll hand it to David. But I got to think about it for a second.
We'll be back.
All right, guys, we're here for the top of battle round 3. Now, I did decide to take the turn. I like handing off double turns to David, but the reason I'm doing it is because my general is in the back and his cheeks are in the wind. So that's my grand strat. I have the opportunity to get my grand strat back here to safety and threaten David's grand strat because he has his general sitting right here. So a 6-point swing is pretty significant if I can make it happen.
Yep.
So I do have 2 command points and 2 primal dice.
I have 3 command points and 1 primal dice, and I did Finest Hour on my general.
Thankful's just going to throw a Mystic Shield.
I will allow that.
Warp Lightning Vortex.
Okay.
And then he can't get it off, and I'm not throwing primals at it, so. Flaming Weapon.
I'll unbind that with Prince Vordry. I have to allow it.
The reason being is Dreaded Skitterleap is a coming. Okay, Dreaded Skitterleap.
Okay, let's try to unbind this one. I'll throw my primal at it. Nope, you get it.
Sweet.
Vermin Lord is right here. That's not good.
So let's just go with a Arcane Bolt. Hey, Arcane Bolt goes off.
I gotta rally my Bloodknights.
Yeah, you definitely said that before we started
we're
going.
good. We're good.
All right, guys, movement phase is complete. We shimmied with the cannon, and then we ran our Warlock to the other side of it. He is worth 1 victory point if he dies, so we tried to protect him a little tiny bit. The rest of our army did some teleporting and ran across this line. One thing to note is I forgot to cast with the Grey Seer, so David allowed me to cast. We just did a Skitter Leap and teleported right over there. That's where the Rat Ogres are, still stuck in combat with the Bloodknights. And there is the Deceiver. That's it. Let's get into some shooting with the cannon. All right, we're going to fire the cannon into this one line Blood Knight. We're not going to overcharge, so let's just see what we get here. Okay, 4.
Okay.
Mortals on 4s. 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, he's dead.
We got it. All right, let's fire that Doomstar.
All right, all out defense.
2 shots. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Failed it.
2 damage.
6s. Okay, takes 2.
Let's charge.
Yes.
I rolled a 3. Command point. Okay, more gusto. More power and energy into the dice. God damn it.
Oh shit, dude. I'm sorry, brother. That's not fair. I'm a lucky boy.
Yep.
Especially after you did 2 with shooting, I was like, I'm fucked.
Yep. That was going to be game defining. Thankful.
Oh, he can roll a 10.
He can roll a 10. Let's go ahead with Thankful and do a monstrous action, and we will just roar. Okay, they're roared. Arcane Bolt. Take 2 mortals.
Okay, 5s! We're good.
All right, let's activate with the 2 guys who are in range. They're gonna hit on 3s, wound on 3s.
Okay, all out defense.
Cool. 2 explosions, wound on 3s.
3s. I failed 2, and then we'll roll some wards. Okay, that is enough to kill 2 more. 2 Kosargi Night Guard into Thanquil. 3 hit. 2 wound minus 1, so you're on your base.
Save 1, failed 1.
2 damage.
5s. Save 1. All right, let's just clap the ever-loving piss out of these guys and make myself feel better.
You gotta do 5 wounds. I do have a 5-up ward. And what's your ren?
Ren 2.
Okay, cool. So they have a 6-up save.
All right, we have 8 attacks with the Warp Fire Braziers. 3s and 3s.
Okay. Nice hit roll.
And 3s.
I was hopeful. 6-up saves. Okay, failed 5.
There's 3 damage apiece.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 5s. And that is 4 damage, and then 5s. And they're dead. 7 attacks, 3s and 3s. Make 2 saves at -2.
Hup. Failed them both.
Okay, that's 2 damage. And then the mounts, 4s. Nice, all hit, and then 4s again. All wound, 4 wounds.
Failed 3.
Okay, 3 more damage.
2 and then 1. I'll spend a command point to auto-pass their morale.
Sounds good. That was a turn. Let's go talk about it.
Things kind of went off the rails, but we did salvage it a little bit. It was a 4-point turn. We hold 1 activated. We have an Acolyte on it, and we did complete our battle tactic of Intimidate the Invaders. Our general is a lot more safe now. That's good. The Master Molder is still hanging out here so that we can, on a 3-up, res this big squad of death. All good things. We are aggressively pressuring David right now, which is cool, except for the activated objectives are left and right.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so 4 points for you. That brings you up to 13 points. So
Yep.
The score is 8-13, and we're gonna go ahead and get into my turn. My battle tactic is going to be surround and destroy. I need to have units on board edges, so it's gonna be Bloodknights, this unit of Bats, and that unit of Bloodborne.
I'm gonna Finest Hour over here on the Deceiver, just to make this decision a little bit harder for you between Thankful with a Mystic Shield or a Deceiver with Finest Hour. So
we're gonna try to cast Vile Transference right here. And let's try to cast that on the Vermin Lord, I guess. 7's good.
Okay, let's go with Thankful. Unbound.
Okay, and then we're gonna try to do a Mystic Shield on my Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. And that goes off with a 11. I'm gonna leave it at 11.
I don't want you to have Mystic Shield.
Okay.
It's an 8. 13.
And then we're gonna go ahead and do a Hoarfrost. 8, let's go 11, 16.
16. Let's go ahead with the Deceiver to unbind. 10, 15,
20. Whew, unbound. Okay, we're making good use of our primal dice here, guys. That is going to be it for my hero phase. So let's go ahead and move. Okay, we finished my movement phase. I ran the fell bats right here. My general threw a run and moved 11 because he's +3 to run and charge, so he is standing on that objective to help me net an extra point. The Verkos Bloodborne did an auto run, bringing me down to 0 command points because I got to get my battle tactic. The Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon is 3 inches away from the Warp Lightning Cannon and 9 inches away from the hero. Then over here I fell out of combat with those 2 Bloodknights, and I put just left, right, stayed stationary with those Bloodknights so they can mount a charge. I am rolling to try to get summonable units back, but it just is not working out, so no new units on the board. Let's go ahead and look at shooting. All right, Prince Bordrai is going to shoot his missile weapon into that hero that's standing behind the cannon for 6.
Methinks he might be dead.
3s. 3 saves.
3 6s. He's dead.
Okay. No other shooting, so let's charge in Prince Bordrai. He gets a 6. All right, the Bloodknights are going to charge in. Because of my general's aura, they are going to get to re-roll. 6 is good. Okay, the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon is going to do a stomp.
Good.
Okay, it's good. 1 mortal wound.
Cool.
All right, we made a charge, so these lances are going to be -2 rend 2 damage, and we're going to be hitting on 3s and 3s on 16 attacks. Any commands?
Nope. I have 1 command point, and I'm saving it.
And then 3s?
I failed them all. 2 damage each?
Yep.
Can the horses get the other guy?
This is 15 attacks, 4s and 4s. Make 1 save.
Hup. Saved it. He's going to activate into these 2 guys.
Okay.
1 explosion. 1 wound, -1.
Take it.
It's 2 damage.
Take him. Just going to do his Blood Lance. 3s and 3s. He's dead. He just took 12 damage. All right, the Blood Knight leader is going to fight only. We're not going to pile in the other guy. Two at -2.
Failed them both.
Single damage.
Okay.
And then his mount. 2 wounds.
Saved 1, failed 1.
Okay.
Let's see if he runs. He's fine.
Rats are supposed to run, damn it. Prince Bordrai is going to get a buff. He killed an artillery piece that was not a hero or monster, so add 1 of the attack characteristics of his melee weapons, excluding his mount. So his Blood Lance has an extra attack. And then he's going to use an ability where he picks another unit wholly within 24, if I am indeed wholly within 24. Will you measure that for me? So I can pick another unit wholly within 24 of him, and they're going to get the same buff. So this unit is +1 to their attacks as well.
Cool.
And that is going to round out my turn. So let's go score me up.
We have completed David's turn. How'd you score?
I scored 5. I get the extra point for holding an objective here.
Yep.
Then I get 1. Then I got my battle tactic.
And you killed a wizard.
And I killed a wizard. Yep. So I'll get 5 points. So the score right now is 13 to 13, and we're getting into the roll off for battle round 4. It's been a really spicy game so far. Let's see what happens.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
I'm going to take the turn.
Yep. You better take the turn. So we'll be back for battle round 4, Skaven.
All right, guys, we're here top of battle round 4. I've taken the turn. David's activated north and south objectives as the active ones.
Yep.
I'm going to have a hard time taking the far objective, but the reason I want to take it this turn is I can hopefully delete a couple units, but I really want David's grand strat, which is back here,
Yep.
of the general. It's out in the open. The deceiver can't possibly fail all of his charges all game long.
No way.
Not possible. So let's start the cast with the Gracier first. He's going to just do a Hoarfrost. Any Perilled. Takes 2 mortals, and he's going to try and pass them on 3s. So he takes 1, and one of these guys die. Boop. Thankful wants a Mystic Shield. We'll leave that at 13.
He can have it.
Let's bring out the Warp Lightning Vortex.
Yes.
9.
You can have it.
All right, we brought down the Warp Lightning Vortex. I couldn't fit it over the horses because their bases are a bit too long. So there it sits. We'll go over here and we'll cast Flaming Weapon.
Okay.
9.
I'm going to try to unbind the flaming weapon with the little dude right there, my Vampire Lord. 6. 7. Nope, you can have it.
Okay. All right, final cast. Dreaded Skitterleap. Okay, so it's 9, 10, 11.
Okay. Unbound.
When this comes down on impact, we can do some mortals. So on a 3-up, we'll do D3 mortals to this unit here. Yes. Hup. Take 3 mortals.
Okay, we'll do 6s. Okay.
On a 4-up, we'll do D3 mortals right here. For a mortal.
Good.
And then on a 4-up, we'll do D3 mortals to the Vampire Lord on foot. Nope. Cool, and that'll proc again in end of movement.
Cool.
That's it. Let's move some stuff.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, movement phase is complete. The Deceiver continues to chase down this one Vampire Lord on foot. David rolled and finally brought back a half a unit of Black Knights. They're hanging out right there, snagging that point for me. Thankwil is going to charge this zombie dragon. We don't think we can kill it outright, but I also don't think the zombie dragon kills Thankwil outright, so it just kind of holds the zombie dragon in place for a turn, which is all I'm going for. Clan Rats, they're looking at a charge over there on the Bloodknights. You know, just a 7-inch rerolling. Nothing can possibly go wrong there. And the Master Molder is hanging out in the back. All right, guys, that is it. Let's charge. Doomstar. 4 shots. You want all out defense?
Yeah, I guess. All out defense.
3s. Tricks on you. I rolled a bunch of 1s. And then I have the prehensile tail this time. 4 shots with the prehensile tail. Those hit. 3 wounds, -1.
Okay, let's go for 3s. We're good.
Charge him with the Clan Rats. 7. Thankwill's going to tell him to re-roll it. Cool. Failed battle tactic. Let's continue charging. Thankwill, charge it in. Makes it. Let's see if he can redeem himself.
Yay!
That's only half the job. That's only half the battle. The Deceiver is going to stomp. Fails to, or 2-up, right?
Yep.
And then take 3 wounds.
Okay, I'm going to take 2.
Thankwill's going to roar. Okay, fails to roar.
Okay, I'm going to roar you back. Fails to roar.
Fails to roar. All out attack. Last command point.
Let's all out defense the zombie dragon.
So take 6 at -2.
I failed 2.
6 damage.
Okay, and then we've got 6s. He'll take 5.
6 attacks with the crushing blows. Two more. We're in 1.
We're good.
Okay, and then we're going to bonk you. 2 bonks. 2 more at Ren 1.
Fail 1.
3 damage.
Okay, he'll take 3 more. All right, Vampire Lord's going to fight into the Vermin Lord. This is 5 attacks, 3s and 3s. Three saves, -1.
Save 1.
That'll be 4 damage.
Okay, you can heal by 3.
Okay, he's topped off.
Let's go ahead and activate this Rat Ogre.
Okay.
1 explosion. 3 wounds, -1.
Fail 1.
2 damage.
We'll take those. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fight with the Blood Knight. This is 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. 1 at -2.
Failed it.
Single damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then 4s and 4s with the mount. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Dead zone.
Okie dokie, I'm all out of command points, so go nuts.
Warp, stiletto. Take 3 at -3.
6s! Dead.
9 damage.
Hold on a minute. We gotta roll the wards. Let's see. No, he didn't roll a single ward. He dead. Okay, Prince Mordrai has 6 attacks with his Blood Lance because he killed a unit. And this is going to be 3s and 3s. 5 hit. And then 3s. 4 wound at -2 into your dude.
Save 3, failed 1.
2 damage.
5s. Take a damage.
Okay, and then we're going to do the Snapping Maw. This is going to be 3 attacks, 4s and 3s. 2 hit. 2 wound, -3.
Failed them both.
Okay, that's 6 damage.
Take 6.
Okay, and then we've got 6 Sword-like Talons. Hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. And we've got 4 more saves at -1.
Fail 2.
4 damage.
Fail them all.
We'll heal Vordrai for 6, so he suffered 2.
And we'll heal Thankful for 1. Or for D3. For 3. So he has suffered 8. All right. Let's score it up.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. We're back from a dismal turn. We scored a mighty 1 point because we killed the wizard. But we failed to secure either objective. We failed our battle tactic. The score is 14-13. And we're getting into David's turn for the bottom of battle round 4.
Yep.
The only thing that I've done is I finest houred on Thankwill.
Okay.
Because why not?
I generated a CP with my Vampire Lord and Zombie Dragon. I have 1 command point, and we each have 1 primal dice. So I'm going to do a little bit of casting. Probably won't go off, but I'm going to try really hard, and I'm going to try to cast Vile Transference on Thankwill. So 9. That is a 13.
Thankwill's only +1. You got it.
Okay, so this is going to be Mortals on 4s into Thankwill because I cast on a 9. And you'll take 8 mortal wounds.
He has 1 wound remaining.
Okay. That is going to be my hero phase, so let's move. We have completed my movement phase. I left these Fellbats here just guarding the Gnawhole. The Bloodborne are guarding the other Gnawhole. Black Knights are going to charge into Thankwill. My Vampire Lord and Zombie Dragon stayed in. And then over here we've got our Blood Knights. I did use a command point to rally. I should have done that at the start of the hero phase, but Michael was nice and let me do it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and shoot, and then we will charge. All right, we're going to shoot into Thankwill with the Pestilential Breath for 6 attacks. 3s and 3s. Make 5 saves, -1.
Okay. And we'll do... He's dead.
Okay. The first squad of Blood Knights, the 3-man, is going to charge. It's a 6. 6 is good. D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. Yes. And then 1 mortal wound. And then off to the bottom right corner of the screen, we got the other unit of Blood Knights. I get an 8. D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. For 1. All right, Vordrai is going to tell these bad boys to all out attack, and they have an extra attack, so this is 4 attacks apiece. So we're looking at 13 attacks. It's going to be 2s and 3s. Six at -2.
Damage?
That'll be 12 damage. Mounts on 4s and 4s. You've got 2 saves.
Save 1.
Okay, single. Okay, this is going to be a 7 attacks. Threes. 5 at negative, 4 at negative 2 is 8 damage.
All dead.
Heroes piling in.
He'll pile away.
He's like, no thanks.
No thanks. All done.
All right, that is going to be the end of the turn. Let's go score me up.
All right, guys, we are here for the wrap up. Final score as it all shook out is going to be 14 for Skaven and then a mighty
23. 23 for Soulblight Gravelords. I scored 5 at the bottom of 4, and then I won the roll off on 5. That's why we didn't film it. So that brings me up to 23. I failed my grand strategy because you killed my general, and I did spellcasting savant.
And we know he's going to, like, since with him winning the roll off, he's going to kill the Gracier on the charge. He's kind of done for, and I just was standing there with the Deceiver, just holding his hat, failing to make 6-inch charges.
Yes, the Deceiver would have been here, and my whole army would have been over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that clinched it. That was a hell of a game. Big swing in battle round 4. A lot of different situational things happened. Missing a couple charges here, and then moving on the general and the Vampire Lord changed it a little bit as well. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Skaven. First time you got to bring out the Vermin Lord, and what did you like about your list today?
Well, I didn't like the Vermin Lord in the list today. He kind of did bad. He shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He should have done fine.
By no fault of his own, he re-rolled had a 6-up re-rolling charge in 2 different battle rounds.
And just couldn't
to
make
get
it.
into my general. Yep.
The double reinforced Rat Ogre squad is fantastic. It has a ton of wounds.
Dude.
It has good damage output. I was able to get Hoarfrost and Death Frenzy on them. So they just went into 3 units and just sat there and fought forever.
And they had Mystic Shield, so I didn't do anything. I think I killed like 1 or 1.5 in the first turn. I was stuck on those for 3 turns, dude.
They were really great.
Yeah.
The laser death cannons were pretty good. I actually would have liked one more turn of being able to laser something would have been really helpful.
Yeah.
LVP in my list today is Thankwill. He had all of the potential to do something, and he consistently just can't. Like when you look at his damage output, he should theoretically hit like a Durthu, and he just kind of couldn't. I mean, he just slapped into the Vampire Lord, and after you healed, he took way more damage in return.
Yes, I went pretty hot with the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon, or with Vordry, excuse me. Went pretty hot with him. He had an extra attack with his Death Lance, but what really did it was the Snapping Maw. I got 6 damage through there and another 4 damage through with his Talons. So he went hot. The big turnaround was being able to get Vile Transference off on Thankwill. So he was Mystic Shield and Finest Hour, but then I just did 8 mortal wounds. So that really helped. I did have 3 units of Black Knights that could have charged in to finish the job, but I spiked the big 6 on the shooting attack. So it's got to be Vordry for MVP. He did absolutely amazing. I'm going to give LVP to just the Bloodknights as a whole. They don't play very good into ranged mortal wound output, and they took a lot of damage from those Rat Ogres, so I'm just going to call them LVP. They did okay. They did a fair amount of damage. They did fine, but they're going to get LVP. I really enjoyed the 2 tiny little units that I fit into the list. The Kosargi Night Guard and the Vikros Bloodborne are really cool because it's just 2 annoying little units that are just going and doing little adventures. And Michael and I were talking about how they operate independently. They don't even have Castellite keyword because they're Vikros, but the Bloodborne killed half a unit of Clan Rats, which is great. And then the Kosargi Night Guard were just tanky enough to where you had to put a couple resources into them. Fellbats were great. And
you just have a bunch of little utility pieces that can run around and do a bunch of stuff. And then 3 or 4 units that hit really hard.
Yes.
So it's great for getting all your battle tactics. Normally, I think your grand would be secure.
Normally, but I could not roll any 4-ups in his turn or 3-ups in my turn. Throughout the entire course of the game, I only brought back 1 half-strength unit, which is crazy. It's a great army. I think that the points coming down for Bloodknights makes this viable. I still think that it's not as strong as Vikros, Legion of Night, or Legion of Blood, but it's there. It's an option. So I had a lot of fun with it. Thank you to you, Michael, for painting all of those Bloodknights. They look absolutely beautiful. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed this battle. Please do go check out Gray Matter Gaming, who's sponsoring this series of videos. Deep discount if you use the promo code down below, twice what it normally is. And he's got all kinds of new stuff on that website, so go check it out.
All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll see you next week for another battle report.